Hello, I'm Skeldoor. In this series I'll be collecting every tier of axe and restricted to exclusively wielding those axes. Starting with the humble bronze axe, I'll work my way up one tier at a time. Bronze, iron, steel and beyond. From hatchets and pickaxes to battle axes and throwing axes, I'll be taking on some of old school Runescape's biggest challenges in order to collect them all. This is pickaxes. And here we go, a brand new series. We're going to do a quick run through Tutorial Island because it'll actually help us explain some of the rules. This series is going to be challenging me to collect all of old school RuneScape's axes, one tier at a time. That means I need to collect the hatchet, the pickaxe, the battle axe and the throwing axe of a single metallic tier before I'm allowed to move on to the next tier. But in addition to collecting them, I'm also restricting myself to only using those axes in combat. This means no punching, no damage dealing magic, and unfortunately no poison either. That's going to make things a little bit trickier for sure. I'll also be going for all the special axes that exist too, such as Darrek's Great Axe, the Leaf Bladed Battle Axe, and the two-handed axes from the Forestry update coming later this year, with the final end dream goal being the super cool Soul Reaper axe due to be released this month from Desert Treasure 2. We're a way off from there, but we'll get there eventually. As for exceptions, we're going to be pretty chill about it. This is already a pretty goofy restriction, so I'm allowing any quest or activity that unlocks more axe content. The main example of this is the requirements for Desert Treasure 2. So I'm just going to say, if it allows pickaxes to pick more axes, then that's cool with me. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit mad, it's going to be a bit silly. Let's get into it. Technically, we unlock the bronze axe straight away, but this is a no freebies, no handouts kind of account. I want to make every axe mean something, so we're going to work for it. More about that in a minute. We're going to start as a hardcore. I know I'm not going to last very long, but I'm not very fussed. This account's going to be a regular Iron Man anyway. Bit of rule breaking here, as there's not an axe that can cast magic unfortunately. I'm going to be banning all directly damaging spells from this account. Hopefully I can splash here and then never have to do magic damage. Okay, nope, yep, fair enough. Well, I think I can stretch 2 points of damage for the rules. And the adventure starts. I'm going to drop the majority of these handouts. Definitely don't want to keep the bronze axe and the bronze pickaxe. We'll earn them ourselves. I'll keep the food and the runes because they're free, so why not? We can only cast Wind Strike at the moment, so we'll need to quest our way up before we can start doing some non-damaging spells. Let's get rid of the activity advisor too. I know Jagex is all about unique account builds now, but I think I'm a few streets ahead with my axes only account. So at the moment, we're a little bit stuck. We can't really do any damage right now as we don't have an axe of any sort. Worth taking a quick second to talk about the two rules I'm going to use to dictate with how I can acquire these axes. Firstly, I don't want any free handouts. I'm not interested in spawns on the ground or handouts for NPCs. Same goes for shops really. Unless a particular axe is only available in a shop, I'm not really interested. Too easy just to be able to collect coins and buy it. Secondly, I'm only going to use any one method once. So for example, barbarians drop a bronze axe, which is fine, but they also drop the bronze battle axe and the iron axe too. I can choose barbarians if I want to get one of these axes, but once I've gotten one of these drops, I can't use barbarians again to pick up the other two. If I did happen to get the iron axe before the bronze battle axe, I'll just ignore that drop completely as we're not yet finished with the bronze tier. I like this rule because it makes it harder for me. I'll have to get a little bit creative for the rest of the drops. It also means I can't do something boring like camp magic axes in the catacombs for every single battle axe iron through rune. So with all that in mind, I still can't really do any damage at the moment with no axe. Lucky for us though, I can get myself up to level 15 thieving, so I can start pickpocketing hand members, which should provide us with our first usable weapon. Got level 5 thieving, so I can make my way over to the Varrock tea stall. While we're here though, we might as well crack out the quest X marks the spot. Always gotta pick up the newcomer map, can't be getting lost and making ourselves look like a noob. And a nice little free XP lamp. I suppose we might as well get started with magic since we can't be casting Wind Strike. And hey, look at that very fancy combat level pop up. How nice. Anyway, let's see if we can finish this beginner clue while we've got it. I can buy the red cape for the clue from the shop here, which is convenient. And I can buy the chef's hat over here at 0 stock. How crap's that? Right, well, okay. Pirate eye patch it is then. Can't really get a chef's hat at the moment, as the easiest way would probably be goblins, but we don't have an axe to kill them with. Easy peasy level 15 from the tea stall. Game breaking account exploit I just found. We can punch these dummies. Technically, I'm not doing any damage with our axes here. I'm just clicking on an object. It's rewarding attack XP and also playing an overly aggressive fist bump animation. And there we go, level 8 start us off. Yo, this guy is my idol. That's crunchy as fuck. Anyway, level 15 thieving. Let's go and get our first axe. It's an iconic location, the Ham hideout. Now, you may think the Ham members are the bad guys. You know, classic video game racist group wants to take over the world. Humans against monsters, right? Well then, if you do think that they're bad, then you've obviously never seen Zanuck before. No. I mean the real Zanuck. The original 2006 Zanuck. I always forget how terrible pickpocketing is at these low levels, especially without the ham robes equipped. Every few times you fail, they kick you out the camp and you've got to walk all the way back. That is actually our first axe. I kinda did want the regular woodcutting axe, the hatchet, but you know what? We'll take it. The bronze pickaxe unlocks melee combat for us. Now that we have our axe, we can actually try and pick up the chef's hat for our clue. That was literally like 5 kills. Easy peasy. Let's go and sort that beginner clue out and pick up some easy quest items on the way. The Chronicle is the ultimate early game teleport, super budget tele to Varrock, and an even more budget teleport to Prifdynus. I really wouldn't recommend this route, honestly. Okay, a little bit bankrupt by that. Guess I could quickly thieve the remaining coins to make up the difference for like a single teleport. Ideally though, it'd be better if like some sort of silly pirate could appear out of thin air and be like, "Ah, hello there laddie, I've just dug up an old treasure of mine. Would you help me open it?" Oh my god, wow, a pirate, what the hell? Look at that cash infusion, mate. I'm rich. Better not spend it all in one place, eh? And there we go, a single teleport. Ah yeah, sick, I'm now out of teleports. Right, here's the clue for another step. No worries, that's close by. I think cabbages are needed for some quests down the line, so I'll pick up a few of these now. Cadaver berries too for some later quests. And you can't forget red berries too. Nice, a casket. The general plan for caskets is going to be to stack them up because at some point I'll need to unlock the black weaponry, and beginner clues and easy clues might just be a nice way to bank those for later. The clue is arrows, which is entirely useless for an axe locked account. Gonna whip through some easy quests for free XP and get us some starting cash. You know what, we can actually use these potato seeds. We can start off like a true noob and get some of these going on the farm. You know what's one of my biggest YouTuber icks? Like one guy made a clip that was like, hee, raking content. And then maybe one more guy added a bit more memes to it, maybe some music. But now whenever I see someone purposely make the same joke about raking content, it just makes me cringe a little bit. Like I get it, the whole purpose of the time is to pad out the video, add extra time to those YouTube ad revenue analytics, boost your watch time. But that's exactly the issue. You're artificially inflating your watch time there. You're not gaining any engagement. Most people have already tuned out as soon as you've not spoken for 0.6 seconds because we've all got 0 attention spans. So this is my PSA to every YouTube creator. Don't waste your time on a pointless raking section of video. Don't try and drag it out. Don't waste the viewer's time on this pointless activity. No one wants to see this. No one wants to sit there and watch one man rake. It's not that they have anything against raking. No, I'm sure some of them love it. It's just that the viewers are choosing to watch you right now. They're choosing to watch you rake that grass. Don't abuse that. Don't abuse your viewers. Don't abuse your viewers' free time on a dumb, repetitive joke that doesn't even have a... There we go, lovely stuff. All planted and looking neat. Right, well, we can move on to our bronze axe now properly. Fairly certain we can get one of those from goblins, so let's head back towards Lumbridge. Searching a hay bale in this game gives a 1 in 10 chance of finding a needle. Here we go. Nice. Easy game. Gonna swap over to strength for a little bit now. While we're here, I'm just gonna continue to pick up items that we need for quests. Rope for like loads of quests. Cheese for Witch's House for free hit points. You see what we have here is actually an ancient Tazar username. Suck Me Cocks actually roughly translates to... Right, next quest we're hitting up is the Waterfall quest. The XP rewards from this quest are just kind of insane for a low level account. It'll boost my attack and strength right up to usable levels, but before that we need to do a little bit of shopping. Waterfall requires 6 air, 6 water and 6 earth, so we need to pick up some of those on the way. Oh geez, we're doing really well for creative usernames today. Quickest way to Waterfall for us is the Edgeville lever, which will temporarily put us in danger, but no one's around. And let's give him a little twirl before we continue on. While we're in this area, we'll also pick up 10 agility, so we can start doing rooftop agility at some point too. Wow, I can't believe the Quest Helper plugin has a direction arrow for this. You gotta be brain dead if you get lost in this. Oh sorry dude, I didn't realize. Yo, it's Bat Slayer 69 over here. Quest? What quest makes a guy act like this? Feck, I'm dying here insulting this guy. Just grabbing a few food for the next part of this quest. Gonna need to go down a spooky little cave to desecrate a grave. Knock knock, I'm here to steal your bones. So our challenge here is to somehow navigate ourselves from this platform past the Whomping Moss Giant so that Mario is able to access the chest and actually obtain the impossible final coin. If I load up our hacked ROM client, we can actually see this impossible coin here with the help of NoClip. To do this, we're employing a trick called 0 A presses no red X sideways zombie shunt, which allows us to constantly take damage from the zombie so that our moss giant feels sorry for us and leaves us alone. Taking damage here actually increases our X momentum by 64 units per frame, which results in a nice, we got the amulet. Now there's a quick little run from here into the next chamber where we can once again glitch this room by utilising the 0 A press no red X zombie shunt, but this time, oh fuck. Okay, well that's embarrassing. I guess let's head back there. Hehehe, spotted a YouTube celebrity on the way back here. Look at this dude. I know, let's mess with him. Let's see if we can really wind him up and get under his skin. Hehehe. I'm out of here. Right, well, I can take the amulet back, which is nice. I still need to go and finish my grave robbing. Right, actually make sure I'm taking some damage here, and there we go, a fresh jar of chicken seasoning. We can put our axe back on now, feels a little bit more normal. Let's head down and finish up. There we go, all the way up to 30 strength, 31 attack, not too shabby. Right, so let's put those new levels to work and get ourselves a bronze axe finally. Or actually, let's just do this clue instead. Nice, easy clue, easy peasy done. I'm also going to sell up a few of these rewards from the quest to gain back some cash. Yeah, that's looking decent. Now, we can actually afford ourselves some teleport cards for our chronicle. And we'll treat ourselves with some wines too for the extra HP. And speaking of HP, it's probably about time we went and did the Witch's House quest for some free HP XP. And while we're in the area, we'll also check up on our potatoes from earlier. And very nice, now we can grow marigold. The nice thing about marigold is that... Oh wow. Oh wow. Nothing crazy here, but I'm having to flinch the monsters a little bit. I don't have enough food or hit points to be fighting them head on really. Oh jeez, that wolf took 6 minutes to kill. Probably a little bit of a shock to you guys, but the bronze pickaxe isn't very accurate. And there we go, quest complete for a nice HP boost. Right, back to the goblins, going for the bronze axe. No distractions this time. Okay, not no distractions, but minor distractions for beginner clues. Oh, and there's an easy casket. Okay, turns out I've been dumb. I read that goblins drop bronze axes, and yeah, they do. But apparently the ones that drop bronze axes aren't these ones. Lucky for us though, we can figure out where those goblins are at all times. We know this because we know where they aren't. By subtracting where we are from where they aren't, or where they aren't from where we are, whichever is greater, we can obtain a difference or deviation. We can then use this difference along with a map of Gielinor to generate a path from a position where we are to a position where we aren't, and arrive at that position where they weren't, and they now are. Consequently, the position where they are is now the position that they weren't, and it follows that the position that they were is now the position that they aren't. But yeah, anyway, the goblins are here near the fishing guild. Apparently it's these ones that drop the bronze axe. Who knew, eh? Okay, I'm not getting it straight away, but I have stacked up an inventory of a few bronze items to sell, and we just found ourselves a beginner clue. Right, we're getting distracted again. I kind of want to do this clue. The blue wizard hat is an easy buy from Port Sarim Rune Shop. The bronze two-hander again is easy from the two-hander shop in Tavali, and hand boots shouldn't be too hard to get right. Since we're going to Tavali for this, I might as well unlock Herblore with the Druidic Ritual quest. So I'll pick up a rat meat, a bear meat, and a raw chicken. Getting started on those hand boots. They're only a 1 in 100 drop chance, so I don't think it'll be too terrible. Getting kicked out from this place really sucks. 17 thieving. We found a few nice axes while we've been here, but unfortunately we can't have them. We've not finished bronze yet. Obviously this isn't a best in slot training method, but you do get a bit of cooking and a bit of crafting XP down here from the guys. Polishing buttons and cooking the raw meat that they have. Not sure what this woman is doing with an entire raw chicken in her pocket, but I don't judge. 18 thieving, 19 thieving, and with that we've gotten ourselves the ham hood, and there's the robe top and the robe bottom very close together. 20 thieving, 21 thieving, ham gloves. Does this set appear in some sort of specific order? It seems like the boots are taking quite a while here. Right, the only thing that I'm very suspiciously missing now is the ham boots and the ham logo. Okay, finally level 24. And I finally got myself a pair of boots. Let's get out of this place. So if we pop down to the rune shop, we can get ourselves a hat. And then go back up to the 2H shop. We can combo it there, finishing all the quest nice and tidy. That's the hat. Finishing up the beginner clue as we're walking past. And here's our bronze two-hander. Close your eyes for this section if you are particularly axe-pickingly sensitive. And we got another step in Lumbridge from this, nice and easy. Quick telly back to Lumbridge, then another one up to Varrock for an easy casket. I got distracted from that quest, so let's finish that part up. All sorted, and I am kind of in the mood for more quests now, so let's finish that up as well. Quest complete. Quest complete. Oh yeah, so I did some Googling, and it turns out I don't need to go all the way across the map to the fishing girl apparently. These goblins near the Grand Exchange have them as well. The bronze axe has been achieved. Let it forever be known that today, on the 11th of April, is the day that I earned my own bronze axe. But yeah, that's cool. That means we can start our own little tabs for each axe type and make it all cute and organised like that. So the next up should be another decent one. I'm over here at the Barbarians for the bronze battle axe. The level 15 and the level 17 ones dropped the battle axe, so we can get started on them. Found an iron axe, if only you could use it, eh? I am kind of getting slapped by these guys. Gunthor is not playing nice. Oh, no. Jeez, I don't know why that archer is arranging me right now, but thank God. Right, I just need to be a little bit careful with dancing around. You can't get me, suck it. Right, well, maybe there's somewhere better I can get this battle axe. And there actually is, just down the road here. We got these lower level dwarves, and apparently these guys drop it too. Very nice, another clue. BRB heading back to Lumbridge. Lumbridge step led to a leather body step from Charlie. Easy peasy casket. We're up to 4 beginners now and 1 easy. Gonna take some of our hard-earned potatoes and cook them up for food. Okay, we burned like half of them. That was a bit of a waste. And that is a lovely drop to see. Just not right now. We're looking for the bronze one, please. Up to 14 prayer there and 34 combat. Gonna pick up some more of our potatoes for food. Okay, once again, burnt a whole lot of them, but we're up to 10 cooking. 25 defense on the dwarves. And we have another clue, this time over at the Wizard's Tower. Yo, I was going to walk right past this, but I've seen my crops are diseased. Can't be letting my marigolds die off. Next step is over at the Champions Guild, and then the cow field. As if you can't get across here. That's rough. Another casket coming in. 28 defense, 15 prayer, and that's another clue. The clue rate is only supposed to be like 1 in 100 for these guys, and I've killed 110 of them for 3. Another step, another casket for the stack. And we've only just got back. That's 112 KC for a 1 in 64 battle axe. Not too terrible. And now we can make a brand new slot in our bank tab for battle axes. Looking kind of cool with it all set up now. So that's 3 out of the 4 items needed to complete the bronze tier. Unfortunately for us, this is where it gets a little bit trickier. The bronze thrown axe is only available from 2 locations. The shop in the Ranging Guild, which we're not doing because of the rules. And there is a second option available, which is zombies between level 61 and 80 in the labyrinth known as Tarn's Lair. To access Tarn's Lair, we need to crack out the Haunted Mine quest. We'll talk more about the details of the quest itself and the quest boss later on, but for now let's just talk requirements. As a base, the Haunted Mine requires Priest in Peril and 35 crafting. The game itself also recommends level 50 combat as a minimum, so we'll start with around that and we'll see how we go. Now the path to the Haunted Mine crosses through the Mauritania swamp, and in that swamp there are lots of spooky ghasts. For those that don't know, the ghasts are both super spooky, but also very annoying. Every time they swipe at you, there's a chance that a food item in your inventory will get turned into rotten mush. So to combat that, we're going to complete Nature's Spirit, which will give us a protective pouch that will stop our food from rotting away. We're going to try and maximise their efficiency when training crafting by stacking up as much quest XP as possible. It also means we're going to go for any easy diary entries that we can get to as well. So to summarise, quests for requirements and XP, some combat training to get us to level 50 combat, and we're going to go for some healthy gear upgrades too. Let's get on it. Gathering some snake grass, as that's needed for Plague City for 15 mining. Getting the fire making up while doing Biohazard, that's the Seesaw quest. Picking up some silk for the diary, picking up some runes for the diary, doing some prayer for the diary, doing the lever for the diary, doing Biohazard for the diary, and that's our first gear upgrade with the cape from the diary. We also get this lamp, which we can use on crafting as well. If you were under the impression that this wasn't a speedrun, this is where you're completely wrong. Nice. That's Vampire Slayer. That's Ernest the Chicken done. Starting Death Plateau, finishing Death Plateau. Gonna get agility up to 20 here. It's not necessarily a requirement, but we will be doing a lot of running around, so sure it'll come in handy. Another kind of bit where you may need to close your eyes. I do need to use a knife here apparently to kill this guy during the quest. Quest complete. I'm gonna buy myself a little bit of armor just to AFK with. It doesn't need to be anything crazy, but just a bit of protection from the crabs. Gonna come down here to the sand crabs and blow them away with my bronze hatchet. Wow, look at all those levels. Wow, there's strength and defense. And there's even HP. You know what? We've actually got a decent amount of oysters from that. And oysters sell for a considerable amount of money for, you know, not having any money at all. Look at that, not bad. Picking up a few planks because these are always needed for quests. Doing the observatory quest now. Jagex has made quite a few efforts in the past to make this game more family friendly, but for some reason they've overlooked this guy. Quest complete. Doric's quest. Also might as well buy a house while I'm here. I want to do Elemental Workshop because it gives pretty good crafting rewards, so I need to get my smithing up, which means I need to get a red berry pie for the Knight's Sword quest. And I just kind of love that you can make the pastry dough with fountain water. I don't know, just, it's nice, it's nice. I wouldn't want to eat it, but you know, it's not for me. Just picking up level 20 mining now for Elemental Workshop and finishing the Knight's Sword quest for the smithing requirement. And now for something that no one's done in like a million years. I'm going to turn this spare clay I got into pots for the free crafting XP. Honestly, seriously, I have to keep a lookout around here. I wouldn't want to be seen dead crafting using pottery. What a lame and outdated activity for idiot noobs. Speaking of idiot noobs, I can't think of an easier and cheaper way to get levels up 3 crafting levels, so I'm just going to pick flax and spin it. You know what? This is newbie, but it's genuinely not terrible XP rates at this level. And there we go, level 20. Elemental Workshop done for that crafting reward. So when I was originally playing this, I thought the level requirement for crafting was 25, not 35. So I thought I was done at this point and then suddenly had to find more crafting XP out of nowhere. So at this point, I'm just crafting anything I can get my hands on. And to be fair, gems seem like they might be the way forward. At any of the gem shops, you can buy the cheaper uncut ones, cut them, and then sell them back to the same store for a profit, which is kind of insane. So there's one shop here in Al Kharid, and then I can also try the one in Falador, but I think they have a slightly different stock. And if I pick up some cabbages on the way, that means that we can do this, which gives us this, which is a nice bump to our cash stack. I want to do the next quest, but I need to use that lamp. I don't know, I don't really want to waste that on these skills. I do need to use it, so I'm just going to use it on smithing. We'll need 70 anyway for Song of the Elves. Probably a terrible idea, but it'll be fine. Technically, we're not using an axe here to do the damage, but that's all okay. I'll explain in a second, don't worry. There we go, finished, which gets us a nice few levels and starts us off with our new Best in Slot helmet. So at this point, Jagex has now released the quest list requirements for Desert Treasure 2. Desert Treasure 2 is interesting for us because after completion, there's actually going to be a new axe to obtain, the Soul Reaper axe. From what I know so far, we'll need to redo the bosses in the quest after we finish the quest, kind of like you do with Dragon Slayer 2 and Vorkath. That'll allow you to collect the different pieces of the axe and put them all together. Lucky for us, Desert Treasure 2 requires Secret of the North. Secrets of the North requires Devious Mines. Devious Mines then requires the Wanted quest, which then eventually requires Recruitment Drive. So we're allowing any content that allows us to unlock more axe content, so we're all good here. Skipping ahead a little bit here, we're just halfway through doing the dig site quest, and I just got this cool black med helm. Didn't know you could get these while excavating, just thought it was pretty neat. Oh, don't mind me, I'm just training a little bit of agility here. Welcome to my dig site area locked Iron Man. Yeah, there we go, quest complete for a whole bunch of mining and herblore XP. So I will also need level 20 magic for the second part of our major crafting quests, Elemental Workshop 2. So I'm just going to confuse the heck out of these chickens. You know, some people call me a chicken confuser, some call me a cock tease. Level 10 magic, 11 magic, 19 cooking from cooking some of the chickens. Who says I'm not efficient? Level 14 magic now, and I've moved over here to the bar because I can actually gather them up more here and trap them behind the tables. Level 15 magic, not really sure why these guys are disappearing every time I cast spells on them. Level 16 magic, this method is pretty chaotic. I could probably time it better, but I find it easier if I just spam the spells around and hope the timers have reset on them so I can keep casting. 17 magic, 18 magic, 19 magic, 20 magic, which is all I need to finish the quest. Elemental Workshop 2 is done. That takes us all the way up to level 32 crafting, which is very nice. Murder Mystery here gives us crafting XP for level 33. I am still desperate for that crafting XP, so I think I'm going to go for the Lumbridge Easy Diary. The Lumbridge Easy Diary also requires level 7 Slayer. A nice thing about this is that we'll get Explorer Ring 1, which may come in handy later on. Completing the Abyss mini quest gives us the level 5 rune crafting requirement. I'm trying to get a water talisman here for the diary task, but I keep disappearing. Yeah, not sure if I have some weird setting enabled, but any castee of a spell is disappearing while the spell is traveling. Yeah, don't know. There we go, water talisman, easy enough. And that's just fishing some anchovies to finish off the achievement diary. The lamp is going straight onto crafting, and that should get us 34. One more to go. Done a little bit more gem buying here for level 35 crafting and 500 total level. So that's our Haunted Mine crafting requirement out of the way. The next thing we need to work on is prayer. We're going to want at least 43 as a base for our protection prayers. I don't have many ways to restore my prayer here at the moment, so every prayer point will count. The more prayer points I have, the easier it'll be. The longer I can keep my prayers going. To level up prayer, we're going to be doing big bones from the Wilderness Graveyard over to the Chaos Altar for some free prayer XP. Picked up a tiny little upgrade here with a fresh pair of steel pants. We're just going to do inventory after inventory here. It took me a little bit of a while to do this, but it was pretty low effort. We bumped into a friend here, LC34Y1. It's probably a gun. Another inventory, but no friend this time, unfortunately. So that's like 9 inventories now, and we're still going. That's 40 prayer. And what have we found here? I am feeling a little bit undergeared for this fight, not gonna lie. Don't mind me, guys, I'm just here for some bones. I didn't see this guy's name until I was editing this video, but Tug my groin. That's good. I like that. Another inventory of bones. Another inventory, and we've just met our first PKer, Jake Pure. Enjoyed those 2 big bones, my man, you earned them. And a final inventory here should get me level 43. There we go, we can ease off the bone sacrificing now. So we're mostly sorted now for level requirements, but we've still got a few quests ahead of us before we can take on the Haunted Mine. There's also quite a few more item upgrades we can get sorted for ourselves. We have this set up currently, but I think we can do better if we swap a few of these out. Picked up the climbing boots from the Death Plateau quest we finished earlier. Forgot that we had the diary cape, so we can start using that now as well. And that's Priest and Peril finished, which means we can finally unlock Mauritania. A little bit of a brainwave here actually. I can get a pretty nice neck upgrade slot. It gives us +8 prayer and a tiny bit of defensive bonuses, which is not bad. Oh, and I'll also make a sickle for Nature Spirit 2 while I'm crafting. Brother Jared here will bless our unblessed symbol into a holy symbol. Comboed with monk robes too, that's genuinely quite a lot of prayer bonus. Right, and that's Nature Spirit complete. This gives us the druid pouches to stop the gas from eating up all our food. And it gets us a HP level 2, which won't hurt. So I'm going to quickly start and progress the Haunted Mine quest up to the point of the boss fight, which is really the difficult bit of all this. The rest of the quest ain't the tricky bit. Maybe a little bit of foreshadowing here, but I am not the minimum recommended level for this quest yet. Right, here we go. This is just going to be a quick try, just to see what we're up against, see the kind of mechanics that we're going to be experiencing, try it out a little bit, you know? Before we start this boss fight, I just want to briefly explain what we're up against here. This is where we'll fight the final boss of the Haunted Mine quest, Treus Daith. When we touch this key, the whole room will spring into action. Inanimate objects will come to life, such as the minecarts, the cranes, and the flying pickaxes. The minecarts will hurtle towards you and run you down if you step on their tracks. The cranes will swing and hit you if you stand within one tile around them. And if the minecarts or the cranes can't hit you, Atreus will summon a flying pickaxe, dealing damage no matter where you are. Every few hits, Atreus will move around the room randomly to one of these locations, forcing us to maneuver through the mining obstacle course, taking damage from the machinery on the way. There's very few safe places in this room, and they're positioned here and here at either side of this short minecart track. We'll use this if we need to take a break, to eat, or to pop back up. Our goal is to chip away at Atreus' health while doing our best to avoid damage from his special attacks. So with all that in mind, let's give it a go. Okay, so I know that if I pray protect from range, it should reduce the damage of the flying pickaxes, but it doesn't completely negate it, unfortunately. Okay, my accuracy is not very high. First spawn, 4 swings and 4 misses. And he's moving across the room. I'm already taking a lot of damage. 2 more swings, both misses. Oh, almost died there. Another miss, and he's moving on again. Oh, the pathing in this room is very weird. It seems like the minecarts are technically NPCs because they have that weird path blocking mechanism that like the monkeys do. I'm getting stuck here because I don't know what I'm doing and I haven't researched this at all. Finally got a big run of hits here, but not much damage dealt. I've hit 3 times in like 13 swings. Atreus is down to 90% health now and I've used over half my food already. I'm missing again. 2 swings, 1 hit, 1 miss. 4 swings, 1 hit, 3 misses. I think you get the idea here. I am absolutely clueless. I think it's time to tally out and we'll reevaluate the techniques. Well, we have got a lot to learn from that footage. I think it can be roughly broken down into these 3 categories. Number 1 is gear. Obviously, I'm stuck with the bronze axes, so there's got to be something I can do to try and make my accuracy a little bit higher. I'm also taking tons of damage. I don't think monk robes are going to be enough. Number 2 is knowledge. I definitely went into this kind of blind. Sure, I did want to see how hard it was going to be, but I also kind of did hope that it would be fine and I'd do it on my first time. How wrong I was. So I need to work on my understanding of the mechanics at play here, and I think I'll need to research some special tactics before I'm truly ready. And number 3 is just levels. Yeah, like even the monk at the beginning told me that I'm underleveled and I'm using a bloody bronze battle axe. What am I thinking? Anyway, yeah, I'm just going to have to overlevel a little bit for this to give myself the edge. So starting with levels then, I'm going to go back to sand crabs. I think I'm getting roughly 14k XP an hour here with the bronze axe, so maybe here for a little bit. Just met Steel Rock here, who apparently loves my duck plugin and also thinks I sound like I'm from Oxford. Again, we'll be taking breaks here to do all of our clues because we will need to stack them up eventually. Easy casket. Okay, just a little bit of a jump ahead here. We're up to 50 attack and 48 strength. I've chosen 48 here because it gives us a new max hit with the bronze battle axe. So I'm going to gear up and see how much closer we are to finishing this. So improving the gear a little bit. I did kill a bunch of imps while killing the sand crabs. That means we can do imp catcher here, which also nets us the amulet of accuracy. My accuracy is pretty rubbish at the moment with bronze equipment, so hopefully that gives us a bit of an edge. And the last third of these improvements is knowledge. So you see this time, I've labelled the tiles at either end of the minecart tracks. This just gives me a bit of visibility where I can and can't stand. And this second discovery is kind of amazing. The cabbage cape is unironically best in slot here for me. Now the cabbage cape only provides minor defensive stats, but it also has this, a skill cape emote. A few months ago, Sea Engineer posted a video where he'd asked people to do emotes in the wilderness and then kill them while they were emoing. You can't attack, but also, for most importantly for us, you can't be moved. This is important for us because the damage that the minecarts deal is only dealt when the cart is able to push your character along the track. So if you can't move, then you won't take any damage. This means that if we ever need to save ourselves from the cart, we just need to spam the crap out of the emote. So that's nice if we're ever trapped on a rail and we're about to die. However, there's more. If you're stood on a rail track, Trace will exclusively target you with minecarts. Meaning, if you can stall the carts with the cape emote, it won't even spawn flying pickaxes, saving you from tons of damage. With some clever maneuvering, you can position yourself so that you're on the rails as much as possible, saving you from every tick of the flying pickaxes. So I'm going to gear up again and give it another quick go. Yeah, so you see here, I'm not taking any damage while in the safe spot. Very nice. I'm trying to get the cabbage cape a little bit. I'm not great at this yet. I'm not sure if I'm missing anything. Yeah, I'm definitely doing something wrong. I've got the cart trapped now where I can't get around it unless I take damage or I walk the long route around it. Maybe just a positioning issue. Yeah, and here again, I'm trying to stall that cart damage, but honestly, I don't know what I thought I needed to do, but I'm not gaining anything from doing this. Yeah, this is not going well, but another learning opportunity at least. I'm feeling a bit defeated, honestly. I thought I had leveled up my gear, knowledge, and levels, but I guess we'll try again. I think we're going to need to go back to the drawing board here and improve again in all three areas. First improvement here has to be the gear. Earlier on I was using the holy symbol because I really liked the prayer bonus it gave. I swapped it out for the amulet of accuracy thinking maybe I just need to hit a bit more. I kind of need a best of both worlds solution here. I didn't realize until now that the unholy symbol has the same net stat increases, but they're distributed towards attacking instead of defending. Another improvement here we can do is work on the armor. Monk robes are great for prayer, and the metal armor I had was okay for protection, but again, I can get the best of both worlds using the initiate armor. It's about the same as wearing full mithril, but it also gives the prayer bonus of monk robes. I just need to sell a bunch of old stuff and try to raise a little bit more cash so I can buy the full set. Okay, so I'm going to need like 18k to buy both of these pieces, which isn't too bad. Just around the corner at the gem store, I can buy these uncut sapphires for 25 GP each, cut them, and then sell them back for 175. And I also gave myself some free crafting XP along the way. Okay, and that's the last piece. There we go, full initiate armor. Looking a bit more protected than before. I think it's definitely time to stop messing around with these levels. The game already recommends a base 50 combat level, and that's going to be with decent weapons and armor. And I don't have decent weapons and armor. So I got myself up to level 60 attack and 65 strength. That gives us a few more max hits with the bronze battle axe, raises our accuracy even more, and now we've got even more health. I've been doing a few more practice runs to try and get some experience, mastering the minecart mechanics and working my pathing a bit. I think I'm getting it down now. I really just have to maximize the time that I'm on the rails. And for the knowledge improvement here, food obviously seems to be our downfall here. I'm running out a lot. I'm going to do multiple runs to the mine with several inventories of food, and then purposely die to Trace so that food will drop to the floor. Death mechanics have changed quite a bit over the years, and the thing to know here is that food and potions now stay on the ground where you died for an hour. So I can stack the ground with as many runs of food as I can do in an hour, on top of making it back there before the food starts despawning. Yeah, so I just tested it out. I can do one run in approximately 15 minutes. So to maximize that, I'm going to do 3 runs, which is 45 minutes of food on the floor. Then come back with a full final inventory. Really just make the most of it. Right, there's no messing around here. This is it. The food's waiting for me. I just need to go in and get it done. Okay, we're here. So we've got 3 stacks of food on the ground, another in my inventory. That's like 1,500 hit points worth of healing. Surely that's going to be enough. Right, here we go. If I hold right click here, I can instantly move to a safe spot when the fight starts. Let's make sure we're potted up. And we can start praying attack buffs to increase our terrible accuracy. Okay, instant miss, straight back to the safe spot. Okay, stay on the tracks as long as possible to... Oh. My bad. He's moving again, back to the rails. We can spam the emote here and wait for him to finish moving. Ideally, we want to wait for him to stop moving as much as possible. Sometimes when he stops moving, there's a chance he can do 2 pickaxe attacks in quick succession. Okay, and here we wait for the minecart to start moving so we can maximize the ticks we have to damage him. I want to try and eat only if I absolutely need to, because otherwise I'm just wasting time. Any delay I make here is just letting him heal back up more. If we wait here for his attack cycle, we can move from safe spot to safe spot without taking any damage. If we wait here again until the last second, we can move around the cart while syncing up with his attack cycle so we don't take any damage. Okay, we have to move instantly here, so I go for the closest track spot. This one's kind of risky though, you just got to move on the exact tick or you'll get hit by the cart. Oh, big hits here with a 9 and then a 10. Again, moving to the closest rail spot to avoid the flying pickaxe damage. And this here is my favourite Treyas position. He's close to the safe spot with my food. There's no weird obstacles in the way to slow me down. Oh, he's close. He's far too close. Okay, we are 8 minutes into this fight now, and he's down to 30%. I'm thinking this is going to be easy. And this is how you correctly time this gap without taking damage. From this rail to the next rail to trace without taking any damage. Running out of run energy here, which is going to make this a little bit rougher. With my low accuracy and his health regen, he's actually back up to 40% here, and I've just used my first stack of food. I'm making a big mistake. Luckily, I have the cabbage cake to save the day. Now, as long as I can use this to stall my movements, I can line up my movement with his attack cycle, and I can get out without being dragged by the cart. Okay, he's back up to 46% here, which is really mad. I am just fighting his health regen at this point. Right, so we're 16 minutes in now, and we're just finishing off our second stack of food. Getting a little bit worried. At this point, I was just thinking, man, I could probably do this right now if I had 15 times my level in a chosen skill just given to me in XP. Like, is there any way that I could... No, not now. I'm too busy. Too busy. Come back later, please. I'm going to have to offend every Iron Man everywhere and dismiss this guy. Okay, that is my second stack of food gone now. Oh, he's so low. Come on. As if he's moving again instantly. And again. And he's already back up to 10% health. Oh, these misses and then instantly moving on. He's really dragging this out. How is he back up to 16%? Okay, that's the last of my stack 3 of my food. Just the inventory is remaining. I just can't believe this. Please die. Dude, I'm running out of food. Come on. That's close. That's close. I'm running out of food, potions, prayer, will to live. Oh my god, please. He's 3%. I might genuinely run out of food here. I think I'm going to run out of food. Okay, last piece of food, last prayer point. Come on. Yes. Oh my god. That was so close. I genuinely... I don't even know what to do next in this quest. Where am I going? That was so close. I literally couldn't have calculated that any tighter. My god, I can't believe he's done. Fuck me. Oh my god, that fight was 36 minutes long. And now I can finally take this key. Oh, jeez, all that preparation and I'm left with a single piece of food. That is just insane. Oh, these crystals are it. This is it. You have completed the haunted mine. We now have access to Tarn's lair, and we can finally move on with our life. We can finally go and get the final tier of bronze. Oh, Jesus Christ. With the haunted mine complete, we're finally ready for the last chapter of this tier. It's time we went and picked up the bronze thrown axe. We can also take the crystal we obtained during the quest and craft it into the salve amulet, which will give us a nice buff against the undead zombies we've got to kill for the thrown axe. You know, I'm kind of already hating being back here, but we've got to get that axe. I've never actually walked through Tarn's lair. I've always just used a Slayer ring to teleport right to the middle of it. Oh, cheeky floor traps. Jeez, this place is massive. The level range does vary a little bit here, but we're looking for levels 61 to 80 zombies. I think I found myself a nice little corner to put myself in where there is a few medium tier spawns. Look at that. That's a weird drop. Ring of Dueling 3, like it's partially used. Very strange. Maybe they tried to ham up the lore of like, ooh, zombies are people too. These are all dead adventurers like you. Ooh. Okay, there's the holy symbol mold. Kinda cool to get. It's a unique from these guys, I guess. Oh ho ho, there we go. That was only like 10 zombies killed. The bronze throne axe after all that. Absolutely wonderful. Just look at it. It's taken several days of playtime, but we finally unlocked range. I can go ahead now and give it to the bank. We'll also give it its very own special throwing axe tab. Lovely stuff. But we can't get away without using our glorious first ranged weapon at least once. So come on, let's give it a try. It's gone. It broke literally the first time I threw it. Oh, that's good. That's perfect. Okay, well, at least we can say we've gone and done it now. And next up, we need to reward ourselves for fully unlocking the bronze tier. We're going to go and pick up our first defender from the Warriors Guild, the bronze defender for the bronze warrior. And we'll also have to start working on the iron tier as well. And if you thought this episode was crazy, the iron tier is taking us straight to a raid, the Chambers of Xeric. But all that next time on Pixaxes. If you've made it all the way through here, leave me a nice comment, something that makes me believe all this was worth it. And I'll see you next time.